ko jwalo ke amohele moruti wa rona Sheikh Al-Karbalei Mororiseng Nchinyane inshallah re ka mo amohela ka salawate e tona inshallah.
Bismillah, bismillah, bismillah.
صلي على محمد وآل محمد. Askulin mo may magpundin si tulay ngo mayog chabula. Allāhumma salli ala Muhammad. Hintangano ya lama kawe inkumbuza Rasulullah. Hey hintangano ya lama kawe Rasulullah. Hey Ibambe we muwa. Hey Ibambe ni we muwa. Hey Ibambe ni we muwa. Ibambe ni we makawe. Olenhlangano ayinkhumbuza ano yana o Rasulullah namakhaya namakhawi inkhumbuza Rasulullah ibambe 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 we makawe. Ibambe we muwahi. Ibambe we makawe. Inhlangano ya labafana yenkumbuka Hazrat Bilali. Oh inhlangano ya labafana yenkumbuka. Oh inhlangano ya Hazrat Salmani. Hey ibambe we maka. Ibambe we maka. Ibambe Ibambe Matayana Matawe.
Granting us the opportunity to gather in honor of Nabiyuna Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Ukhupule ne ukhupula simang who gathers in honor of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. It's a blessed thing, yeah? Kiki asi bona, asi ingli ingfela. It's blessed you are chosen to be here. It's an honor for you to remember the most honorable Muhammad. Hey, I want to link it on nervously. Fit beat set there ke 30 steps today, just these 5 minutes. Link it on nervous. So please, every time I look nervous, just stop me and say Sallu ala Muhammad wa Āle Muhammad. Even if guys, my whole lecture just the hadith salawat is enough, because there's nothing better to do in honor of the Holy Prophet today than to send salutations upon him and his family. All right. So this poem, it's a culture. It's recited everywhere. He has reached the highest level of levels by his perfection. He praises the Holy Prophet. And then every kashafa duja bijamalihi. He has removed darkness just from his good looks. When I was smiling. And then hasunat jami'u khisalihi, meaning all his attributes are perfect. And then sallu alayhi, I don't need to translate this. Sallu alayhi wa alihi. MashaAllah, no, the stage is set, everyone is warm now, it's ready to take the lessons, inshallah. It was just saying that salawat, it cleans your heart, because there are riwayat that say that it removes all kinds of ghil and all kinds of nifaq from the hearts. That is it. Question. Then at last. Question. What came first, the egg or the chicken? Student Salesar ko hausa ba butisa di question apalla ko waraba wal angwala Allahu alam Allah God knows ba mufa zero. Are you saying God doesn't know? So can tell you no. What came first, the chicken or the egg? You're making salawat, but it's fine. What came first, the chicken or the egg? The chicken. All right. Tomorrow kill the egg. Are voting couple. Chicken. Minority. Egg. Fence sitters. Those who don't know. No, Imam Ali are saying I don't know is half of knowledge. So you're still sitting on the fence anyway. All right. Before I answer that question, there's a meme. I'm sure you've seen it or heard about it. It was just a nice joke. So, and like the first person to milk a cow, what was this guy thinking? What took him from wherever he is, and milk it? You see, what guided him there? You can laugh about it, but really think about it. King him think that. Kilona sin na your salawat, it made that fall off. MashaAllah, it didn't happen. All right. There's a verse in the Holy Quran, chapter 20, verse 50. Chapter 20, verse 50. Yeah, the Holy Quran, hearing Qala, when in this discussion which in Surah Taha, you know Surah Taha, Kiribuaka incident, yeah, Fir'aun li Musa. Most of it, like 80 verses out of 100 of it. Many of the verses Ibuaka stories are Musa. So Abba Mutisa, who is your Lord? Wena Musa, you saying that who is this Lord? قال ربنا الذي أعطى كل شيء خلقه ثم هدى. This is I don't need to translate, do I? Inshallah. So قال ربنا الذي أعطى كل شيء خلقه. Our Lord is the one who gave everything its perfect form, its perfect creation. He put it in its perfect state. ثم هدى. Then he guided it. So what does this mean? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala creates the chicken. He created, I perfected. Arwena, you are the, let me not use that. You are the rooster, not the C word. You are the rooster. You are the rooster and you are the hen. I have perfected the creation. Now I'm guiding you for there to continue. The rooster, the hen. This is what you need to do. What this is. So what came first? The chicken came first, according to the Holy Quran. So this thing, topic we discuss today, the title of my lecture is Everything We Know Today, Everything We Know is a Revelation. Everything we know is a revelation. I'll give you an example. Like this matter, okay, wherever he is, and then end up under the cow and then milking it. What guided him there? Could there's something that he got? He didn't know this knowledge. Again, he didn't know this knowledge, as Surah Al-Rahman says. He didn't know this knowledge. Allāhumma, no. Just like your wife has milk for her young ones, the cow also has milk for the young ones. So Luena, you can also benefit from the milk of that cow. It didn't just come. There had to be some inspiration. There had to be some communication from the creator of the mankind and the creator of this cow. No, you can benefit from one another. take this as a quote. Everything we know today is a revelation. We'll build upon it. We'll build upon it, inshallah ta'ala. Another example. There are so many herbs. So many herbs that are out there that we benefit from. Again, either we benefit from them or we benefit from them to heal, to cure certain illnesses. We benefit from come from. We gotta know, okay, no, it comes from our forefathers. Okay, where did your forefathers get it from? From their forefathers. There has to come a point, we have to reach a point whereby somebody was in a garden, didn't know what to do, and then Allah communicated to him, Amnilla or born. Chief, star, spice, perfume. You understand? When you look logically thinking about it, we have to get to that point whereby there was someone who didn't know all these herbs. I mean, it's fine. Maybe, let's say, arguably, 350 years ago, a certain people had not arrived in South Africa. I could they claim science in South Africa. Anyway, Baskar is a reverse racism. For 350 years, they were not here, those guys. I get they were not here, so there was never Kona Wala fan. Where did they get that knowledge from? Without the Nexarki Allah velgerna la shilgari sweets. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. So our forefathers, where did they get it from? Before 350 years ago, there's someone who taught them. This someone, what station did he have? What station did he have in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? See, what we're trying to deal with and discuss today, there's someone ordering. I'm going to get to a very important part of my lecture, and then this is why this topic is so important to discuss. Today it's a trend now. No, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created mankind. No, mankind was not created by God. It was created by evolution. Oh, okay, it was created by evolution, yeah. All right, yeah. So when Ali Muslim, what answer do you have for someone original? What answer do you have? We'll come to that, inshallah. Let me just spark the doubt, and hopefully Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save me for the next 15 minutes to clarify it. In doubt, inshallah. What answer do you have when somebody says we do not need? Because some people, the argument is there is no God. Some people, their argument is, okay, fine, maybe religion served us until 1900, because 1900 science was progressing so much. Science was growing at an alarming rate, such that we ended up knowing everything about everything. They say they know everything about everything, but then they always discover a new species every day. And that attests to the verse of the Holy Quran, Ya Allah aring afa'ayina bil khalqil awwal. And it was the first did we become tired in a way from when we created the first time? So there might be new creations. Don't think you are the only in this universe before you, because before you, as Imam al-Baqir says, there were 1,000 Adams. See, these scientific arguments are very MashaAllah. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. I can see the East African influence. Oh, kabuyelo. Okay. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, let's go. Now, I'm quoting these verses. These are the first verses that were revealed to the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in that ordered revelation. So I expect every Muslim to know these verses. Before Salah becomes wajib on your child, these are the verses you need to teach them. So you teach them these verses before Muruta Surah Al-Fatiha. Khurkausa, when Sheikh Hussein says, I expect every Muslim to know these verses, Askaba left out. What are these verses? The first 5 verses of the Holy Quran that were revealed during Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Iqra, recite along, please. ربك الذي خلق الإنسان من اقرأ وربك الأكرم. Come on, now I'm reciting alone. Come on, where are y'all? Am I alone here? الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم. Ahsan. So these 5 verses, they are very important. First of all, what do these verses say? اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق. Read, research, study, find out, go on, search, go scuba diving, discover the Megatolion, that big shark, climb the mountains, discover that bird, do everything. Mara, why must you do them? Bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. In honor or for in the name of the Lord who created you and those creations. So this is a problem. Whatever research we in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You're doing it to honor Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is very important. Not to challenge Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is very important. خلق الإنسان من علق. So more, the basis of the creation of man. Created him from something that just leeches. اقرأ وربك الأكرم. Again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala adding, read, research, find out, go wherever, travel the world, see this, see that. Mara remember that. Warabbukal akram. Whatever that you find, or wow, mashallah. Hi, in the PDP, that peacock is so nice. Remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is more beautiful than that. When you find that big shark, or wow, mashallah, Megadolion, I forgot the name. It's so huge. Allahu Akbar min dhalik. So always, Iqra wa rabbukal akram. Alladhi allama bil qalam. This is something that we're losing today because of the iPad, the tablet, the ing. Allama bil qalam. What does Imam al-Baqir alayhi salam say? It says, Innakum la tahfaduna hatta taktubu. Oh, for me, mashallah, sallu ala Muhammad wa Āle Muhammad. No, these are for the Holy Prophet, mashallah. Oh, smells so nice. Iringi, allama al-insan, alladhi allama bil qalam. Imam al-Baqir alayhi salam aring. Indeed, you do not remember, you do not grasp things until you write them down. So write so that you memorize and remember. So the best way to learn is to take notes. To take notes. Please look into yourself. I'm delivering this powerful lecture. You don't even have a notebook. Yeah. Really, let's make that a habit. For every time for lectures, we come with notebooks. Don't depend on tasjil. Don't depend on recording. Don't depend on, no, it's going to be streamed, so you'll find it on Facebook, later on YouTube. Don't depend on that. Because you're going to watch it again on Facebook, you're going to watch it again on YouTube, but are you going to remember what I said? Pretty soon, 2 years later, it happened to Sheikh Ali. Somebody texted him like 2 years later, Sheikh, waiti, that year, Kamiladun Nabi, Salawat lecture engem tembu, ukotile hadith engweso, nebua. It's 2 years ago. Come on, Habibi, I can't remember that far back. So until we're not getting notes, onwale date, today, date, 15 October, 2022. Hossein Nchinyane, was talking about everything we know is revelation. He quoted the verses. So now when you discuss it with people next time, you don't need to call me because you have it in your notebook. Let me just quickly refer to my notebook. If your notebook is not clear, then you call me. Sheikh, such and such a year, you delivered a talk. Can you quickly remind me, how did you connect the two? One turn. Make sense? If it makes sense, sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. While listening to salawat, kubadi salawat tading two inshallah. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Allah. So please, next time, notebooks. Okay, before I go to the 5th verse, there's a phenomenon that we need to learn and unlearn. This 90, is it 96 or 97? That this verse, this chapter of the Holy Quran, it's called Surah Alaq. Okay. The tradition of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam is that whenever they name a verse, they either name it about the theme of that verse, or the most important story of that chapter, or the first word of that chapter. So, for example, Surah Al-Fatiha, when you go to Mafatih al-Jinan or the Ahadith Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, what is it called? Surah Al-Hamd, because it's Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. So it's called Surah Al-Hamd. That's the main theme or the first word in the surah. Surah number 9 in the Holy Quran, what do you call it? Ittering bara'atu min Allah wa rasulih. What do you call it? You call it Surah Tawbah. You call it Surah Tawbah. But the main theme and the reason why Isna Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim and the first few verses that were revealed of it, that were charged, that the authority of which was charged with Imam Ali alayhi salam to deliver, is Bara'ah. So chapter number 9 of the Holy Quran is Bara'ah, according to Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. What this is? That's the theme of that surah. How is Surah Tawbah? It's sort of as if it was the focus of this to something else. Whereas the main thing is this. Why does the surah not start with Bismillah? Because Bara'ah. There's no mercy. I Tomika, mercy. Again, Surah Alaq, as Sheikh Ali said, Leona, the first word in the surah is Iqra. Again, and then the main theme of the surah is researching, learning. So why then do you call it Surah Alaq? Rather call it Surah Iqra. There's a psychological thing that happens there. Quickly give it a more. How if it's a Surah Alaq? Surah Iqra. It puts this thing in your mind. I spoke about this several years ago. Or it puts this thing in your mind. Now as a Muslim, all I have to do is just attach myself to Islam, and that's it. I'm not a Muslim, Sheikh. But when you call it Surah Iqra, it puts a certain thing in your mind. I have to learn about my religion. Fahimit Shlon? You get what I'm trying to say? So Surah Iqra, it's supposed to push you to do good. There's a certain theme, a main reason why that verse was revealed. The 5th verse in this surah Iring, Allama al-insana ma lam ya'lam. He taught insan what he did not know. How this is? So now this takes us to Surah Rahman, chapter number 55 of the Holy Quran, the first 4 verses. Iringi, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. You have to. If you have not memorized these verses, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ar-Rahman, Aring, Ar-Rahman, Allama al-Quran, Khalaqal, Allamahul Ash-Shamsu wal-Qamaru bihusban. والنجم والشجر والسماء رفعها ووضع ألا تطغوا وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان. أحسنتم. I know. Outside, you can be my backup singers when I recite the surah, inshallah. Alhamdulillah. So, Surah Rahman, Leona Iring, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Already mentioning in the name of Allah, the most, the beneficent, the most merciful, the most gracious. And then Iring, Yamu declare, it just said ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Then Yat Lakhabi Iring, ar-Rahman, the very merciful one. Allama al-Quran. He taught the Quran. Khalaq al-insan, created mankind. So who was the Quran revealed for if the teaching of the Quran came before the creation of man? What does Quran mean as a word? Not the holy book that we recite. No, what does Quran mean in the Arabic? What does it mean? It means that read. That which should be acted upon. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allama al-Quran. He does not necessarily mean this Quran that we have between us. Allama al-Quran means he put all these sciences, he put all this knowledge there. Knowledge. I agree, you know that hadith. But Allah spoke to the aql. He spoke to the aql. Come forth, go back, go left, go right. Arbika u'aqab. You are the most beloved thing to me, and by you do I reward, and by you do I punish. So Allama al-Quran means he put all these orders, all these knowledges, all these sciences. Then he created man. Then Allamahul Bayan. Then he taught him how to speak. He taught him clarity of speech, basically. Well, this is. So, Luena, whenever you go and research and do everything, it must be, first of all, in the name of Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala. And remember that knowledge predates you. Because I get Quran here, Allama al-Quran. He brought the knowledge first. And then, my elder, notebook. It's in recording. Sallu ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. We are gathered in honor of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So please, disturb me and say Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. I want that today. Na is salawat satisfied kaun. Satisfied kaun. Ahsan. Now, our discussion so far, introduction, it is more the main thing about the work out. Kadala's introduction, it just flows. Oscar, introduction at 80 minutes of the demand. So there's a book out there. Al-Mufaddal ibn Umar. Al-Mufaddal ibn Umar. Very old book. One of the companions of our sixth Imam, Imām Ja'far, alayhi alaf tahiyyatu wassalam. We are gathered today again to honor the birth of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Mara ronar nel extra spice. Ya baba ngifella mo agir. Ya ronar la spice mudi murereu. And Imām Ja'far al-Sādiq alayhi afdal salatu wa azka salam. Look at the wisdom. Bari inna Allah ya'lamu haythu yaj'al Quran riyalur. Allah knows where to place his message, his risala. Agir. So today is the birth of the originator of Islam. Agir. And it is also the birth of the one who our madhab is named after, Imām Ja'far alayhi salam. It's not by coincidence, it's by the wisdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. the Islam and the head of the Ja'fari madhab. They are both born on the same day, the 17th of Rabi'ul Awwal. Again. So Mufaddal ibn Umar, Al-Mufaddal ibn Umar is one of the companions of Imām Ja'far alayhi salam. Al-Mufaddal ibn Umar, one day, this is his book. His book is called Fakir. Al-Ma'ruf bi Tawheed al-Mufaddal. It's a book, he named it Fakir. But it is known today as Tawheed of Mufaddal. Very interesting book. I read that, no, I was, oh my God, oh subhanallah. If it's not translated, it will be my life duty to translate it just for these 50 people that are gathered here listening to me talk about this book. Very beautiful book. Okay, I'll quote some excerpts from the book. So, Tawheed al-Mufaddal, why was it authored? One day, Tawheed Mufaddal is in the mosque by the grave of the Holy Prophet, Bain al-Rukni wal-Maqam, just thinking, pondering, you know, sending salutations upon the Holy Prophet Muhammad. Then he overhears Ibn Abil Awja in the mosque. He's sitting there very close to him, and then one of his companions comes. One of his Ahlul Bayt are so perfect, are so good that even the enemies cannot take away from their worth. So this guy will say, Ibn Abil Awja, the thinkers of the time. But there's no other way I can put it, but in a negative way. He wasn't this Imām Ja'far al-Sādiq. Why? So, Babu Amulidi, his companion. This companion, this friend, أرمان لقد بلغ صاحب هذا القبر العز بكماله. Imagine, this guy is not your classic mainstream follower of Imām Ja'far al-Sādiq. Mara, he still says, لقد بلغ صاحب هذا القبر العز بكماله. Abu Prophet Muhammad, are the person who is buried here indeed reached the highest of perfection. وحاز الشرف بجميع خصاله. And then he achieved all attributes of nobility. Or he perfected all attributes of nobility and grace. Prophet Nagu. Arwanal al-Hadwa fi kulli ahwale. And then he was so blessed in every situation. Analing moyo. This is this guy Ibn Abil Awja. Ibn Abil Armnella Muhammad, he was just a philosopher, you know, he came with miracles, he shocked people, so people ended up entering into his religion, they chant his name. Muhammad. Let's talk about something else. Now Muhammad, one confused. You see, now this is the funny thing. I agree, I know what to discuss the creation and whatnot, but he still confesses. Still confesses. No, Muhammad the concepts Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam are still beyond him. He doesn't want to acknowledge that. Ibn Abil Oja mosque. Let's go listen to him talk. And then at the end, that's all he wants. He wants the sharaf, he wants the honor, he wants the nobility, he wants the dignity to come to him instead of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He still admits, and then he the narration, yeah, the creation and whatnot and what. Okay, this is the reason why the book was authored. So Mufaddal, I could not hold myself. Karai, Emuna, hey, where you cannot say such about the Holy Prophet, and the way cutting it wrong. Hey, what. So this guy, you see, this is how people are, man. People are not just even in their thinking of Medina, the al-Sādiq. Hearing this Imām Ja'far al-Sādiq alayhi salam amurutan pe. Imām Ja'far arutamu tawheed. 4 full days. Are you hearing? King for Salah and stuff. 4 days. The book is 4 sittings that are divided into the days. The first chapter basically king the doubters creation of So the anatomy of an eye. Arbona, this part of the body in Arabic, baby, it's a jiffin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put this jiffin, this thing, liquids inside to protect the eye from dust and so on and so forth. As if he's not an optometrist, but the one who's higher, an ophthalmologist. Bet you never heard that word before? Allah. So you see, these things, they've always been there. The Ahlul Bayt have always been there. So everything today, our belief in the Holy Prophet is that there is Allah. Allah has to bring revelation. Again, who does he bring the revelation to? Via the Prophet. And now there's no Prophet, how does that revelation continue? Or who explains the revelation? The Imams, alayhim afdal salatu wassalam. They are the extension of revelation. Again, that's why when you make ziyarah Imam Mahdi Ajalallah Ta'ala Farja, what do you call him? You call him Sharik al-Quran, the partner of the Quran. This is based on Hadith al-Thaqalayn. There's your argument. If anyone questions you, why is Imam al-Mahdi Sharik al-Quran? It's because of Hadith al-Thaqalayn. The Big Bang Theory. It's in the Quran. It's there. It's based on revelation. About them not being able to explain them, of course, 1,400 years ago. All we know today is revelation. Chapter number 21, verse number 30. Take notes, guys. Take notes. How a child is formed in the womb of their mother. It's in the Quran. Several places. 2 places. Surah Al-Hajj. Verse number 5, we have created him from the sperm and the ovum, and then this becomes a leech-like substance. That thing becomes like a piece of meat, grows bones, and then it becomes a baby. It becomes another. Allah then after that, it grows, and then and then life goes on. That's one place. Chapter number 23, the next chapter. Verse number 12 to 14, same process. Everything we know is revelation. It's there. How a child is born, it's there. The whole Quran. Dr. Imam Morris Bouquet, a few years ago, went to that book, the Quran, the Quran and the Bible in the light of science. So comparing what we know today from science with the Quran and the Bible. And in all his conclusions, the Quran is a bit more accurate. Quran is a bit more accurate. In fact, the Quran is as accurate as modern science. It's always been there. Mathematics, calculus, in the Quran, chapter number 10, verse number 5. Chapter number 17, verse number 12. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's the one who created the sun and the moon. And why? So that you know, لِتَعْلَمُوا عَدَدَ السِّنِينَ وَالْحِسَابِ. So that the moon and the sun and the stars are at the positions that they are, so that you can عَدَدَ السِّنِينَ, so that you can write a calendar, so that you can know the years. We thought, okay, when Jupiter is this low, I get Runamur Naribona as a star, but it's just a reflection of the sun from the planet. When Jupiter is this low at this time of the year, we know that it's summer, so it has to be kind of getting September, something like that. There's a big red star, it's so low, close to the horizon. Very interesting thing to talk about. But now, okay, that's for a calendar. How do we get to calculus then? How does the Quran teach us calculus? Adad as-sinina wal hisab. Now we are so interested, we want to calculate how far the earth is from the sun. Can't do that without calculus. So Quran, not necessarily, okay, fine, the derivative of x is equals to this and that. No, it tells you, no, if you want to understand something, come up with something. Make a means for you, that something. That's how great the whole Quran is. So, in conclusion, everything we know is revelation. Everything we know today, ever, is revelation. Yeah, Kisho Luape Papa was once upon a revelation. I get about Tunabasa. They found corn. They didn't know what to do with the corn. They took it off there. It got dry. Someone are no. So that's revelation. I get there's different kinds of revelation. Ilham, Wahi, and whatnot. Asikain, Jigi, Cecilia, Uputu, Nenyamentogo. That's revelation, some way or the other. Now, if everything we know and everything we act upon is revelation, what about divine leadership? Why is it that when the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad, why when the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is martyred, all of a sudden the thing of divine leadership becomes an election? The thing of divine leadership is no more in the hands of Allah. It's now, no, the Prophet left it with the people. Why? I mean, if everything we know, today we claim that Islam has all the answers. Okay, fine. How do you answer this? Okay, Prophet Khurafit, based on either what he said or the book that he came with. What are we going to do after him? Where are we going to get our guidance after him? No one. Answer this with one hadith and a verse of the Quran, and then get chased. Ra'sul hikmah. All these things take it 30 shillong. The Holy Prophet in one hadith, so you by two. In one hadith, aring. In many hadith, actually, this is a trend. Yeah, the hadith telling the Holy Prophet. The most beneficial thing to a man is that he fears God and knows that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That theme is always there. The most beneficial thing for a man is that he fears Allah. After fearing Allah, is that he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The most beneficial thing to a man after fearing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for example, is having a pious wife. So you don't just get a wife, you do it to honor Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I was expecting the singles to say Ameen. You honor those, so now you are ready again. We have rehearsed it now. So you make a salat when I say this. The most important thing for a man after his fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, the most beneficial thing is that he has a good wife. So Ra'sul Hikmah Makhafat Allah. That's uktula babarke uktoma kuhlakanipha. Kana ka sutwaring qalo ya kutlalifa. King kutsaba mudimo. Uksaba uzimu ngesindebele. So outside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, everything else falls in line. That's the benefit. When you fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, everything falls in line. So now, if you want to claim that you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in Quran, Surat al-Ma'idah, in kuntum tuhibbun Allah, if indeed you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what does the Holy Prophet say in the Quran? فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهِ. Then follow me, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will love you too. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the opportunity to honor and speak about the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the opportunity, the blessing, the honor and grace to gather here, inshallah. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not to make it the last time we gather in honor of his Holy Prophet, inshallah. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also, by the blessing of the Holy Prophet, not to take us except that he is pleased with us, inshallah. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by the blessings of the Holy Prophet, not to make us leave or doubt in Islam, inshallah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us tawfiq to learn more about our religion, inshallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, most importantly, to forgive wa ta'ala for those who are sick and those who are in those who are sick in hospitals, at home, maybe could not get here, and those who are deceased, in honor of the Holy Prophet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we ask you to cure them and to put blessings in their grave, inshallah. بسر الفاتحة before it صلاة على محمد وآل محمد. الفاتحة. بسم الله.
Inshallah, غلبوخي مروتي شيخ الكربلاء Mororiseng Hossein Nchinyane, inshallah.